up, y'all? So I'm here with the Kraton, and today I'm going to be changing out the Spur Gear to Integy 38 tooth Spur Gear. And the one I already got in there is actually the 40 tooth, but I just wanted to get it on camera though, to just to get the information out there. If it's your first time, you need some visuals or whatever. So I'm gonna try to do it like a time-lapse type of thing or whatnot, though hopefully it comes out pretty good. So here we go. Alright, so here's the deal. Now, if I don't bring rouge, they're kind of just a little bit, but I like this actually. What's the 40 tooth? Alright, so I used that 200,000 up in here, and see if I can get a good close up with some light on it. It's all gunky right now, and yeah. And usually, like, you're supposed to clean this stuff out and put new stuff in, but I'm a rebel, so I don't clean nothing. And I just top it off and put on the other spur. So what I did was I took off the sun screw, and then I also took out the pin that's holding in the diff cup shaft. I'm not sure what it's called because I'm not no expert on this stuff. I'm just, I just know how to do it though. But that's a little pin right there that goes into that little hole right there that holds on the spur. And then there's the bearing, and I usually leave that onto the shaft right there. And for some reason, the gasket thing or whatnot, though, it stayed on there. So I'm gonna try to get that off, because we've got to put that on the other one I'm gonna damage it before I get a chance to take it off. I don't know if I could get it off, y'all. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, man. Let me see. What else I could use? Okay, here we go. Taking off the gasket. And this was the 40 tooth. And here is the 38. I'm the light 38 tooth. And just put that on there. Try to line it up before I stick it to it. Alright. Got it all lined up. Now, before I do that, you can't barely see it though, but there's a little rubber, I'll use this one, little rubber ring, and I never tried this to use it without it, and I do not recommend it because I think it's there for a reason. So make sure you take out your rubber ring, O-ring, from the your old spur. And then you want to stick it right back where you found it on the other one. So now you got it like that. Then, this is where the magic happens. You have the diff cup and the shaft and the bearing, and then you have the 38 tooth Integy Spur Gear, and you just pop it in there. Bam. Didn't even pop that time. There we go. It's on there. But it's not on the, hold up. Still having technical difficulties. See, it's on the bearing's on there. I just gotta get it on here. Okay, that's good. That is good. Now for the pin, putting the pin back in there. And you want to make sure it's even on both sides so that when you put the sun gear back on it, it'll see that little line by the hole. Well, I don't know if that's probably a bad way of saying it though, but basically you want to get that pin to fit inside that little slit right there, this that the holes in the middle of. So you just want to pop it in there like that, because if you don't get it in there, it ain't gonna turn the front wheels, because that's what powers the front wheels. So make sure you get it up in there, and you know it's in there whenever you hold it and it's pretty much rock solid. And now the only thing you got to do is top. Actually, I don't even really got to top it off because it's already pretty much good to go up in there. I'm gonna still put a little bit up in there though, because I'm just like that. This stuff is ooey and gooey. Ooh wee. Oh, this one's almost empty. Actually, it's not almost empty. It's so thick that I gotta cut the ball open just to get it out. luckily I have a bag of diff fluids. So now should be able to get a little bit. Just a dab to do it. Let's go ahead and slide that on there. There we go. And I know that a lot of people right now are screaming at their screen right now, like, what the heck are you doing? Yeah, this is a rookie here, and he just make it do what it do, and he make it work how he makes it to work. So, you know, it's just that thing, you know. You just want to line up the screw holes. And then you don't want to have shaky hands. You want to make sure that you done ate your dinner after you get off of work, because you know you've been working hard. And I do something because you have clear train of thought. Alright, as soon as you get 2 screws in there, it's pretty much lined up. But when you got 1 in there, be careful because you could knock it offline. And when you got a lot of diff fluid in there and you're trying to screw these things in, a lot of diff fluid gets inside the screw holes, and it kind of like makes like a little vacuum type thing where it doesn't want to go in, and then you end up starting to strip screws depending on how thick the fluid is you got. And so you just want to make sure that you get at least 2 screws in before you just start going all willy-nilly with it. And yeah, I should probably fast forward this part. Alright, now you want to make sure that all your screws are tightened down, but you don't want to over tighten them because this diff is plastic, and a lot of times you'll end up either stripping the screw or you'll just start stripping the plastic, and that's no good. And you also want to make sure that the screws are tight because you don't want it to be sitting up to where when it starts spinning it'll start hitting the motor mount and everything, and that's no good. You can already see right there where some of my screws were hitting a little bit, but that's because I didn't tighten them down good enough. There we go. But it works for sure though, because so far I done got that 76 miles per hour on the Kraton, and that wasn't even full throttle on 6S, and that was a 8S system. I just can't. I gotta find out how to shim the steering, because you know, it's pretty good and it's going straight, you know, for 76. But I want to have more confidence when I'm, you know, hitting the gas and, you know, making sure it's going in a straight line and not veering off to the side a little bit, because I caught myself trying to situate the steering servo and the trims and the dual rates and everything, and it still slightly goes off to one side or the other depending on how I position the servo horn on the servo. So, you know, I'm still working on it. And I always clean off the excess, because you don't want to be so messy, you know. And there you go. It's pretty much ready to be dropped in, and put to the test. Unfortunately, my XL2 took a crap on me after my run, and so I'm gonna have to find out what I gotta do about that there. So we got that. Now we're gonna put this on. Because we gotta try to mesh, get a good mesh with the 38 tooth. See, it's spinning freely, no problems. But I think that my my shaft is still bent. I had to take a hammer to it. But as you see, the 38 tooth fits the Kraton's motor shaft, center diff motor shaft slash backslash, forward slash, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you know what? I forgot totally that I did this last time too. I got this grub screw sticking straight out, and that ain't no good. It ain't no good at all. I have to take it out anyway so I can put some more Loctite on it. There you go. Alright, so get down there. Go ahead. Put that on the rubber part. So now I press this mesh product. Alright, so I like these kind of motor mounts because it's a lot easier to do a mesh with them instead of having to have it mounted on the RC itself. You could just have it in your hand and do what you got to do, and then try to hold it steady and tighten it up, and it's a lot easier than what I've been doing. But you know, you just got to do what you got to do sometimes, you know. It sounds about good. That was kind of tight. It's kind of tight. Get up in there. Sounds good right there. Go ahead and take this off. Put it up in that Loctite. Go ahead and try to hold that. I see a lot of times when you go to tighten it up, it'll start walking on you. And that ain't cool. But that's just laws of physics. Up. See, it's already starting to walk on me. That's when you got to pull back a little bit, slow down some, because then you don't want to, see, it's a little bit, that's not good. Oh, that's good. That's real good. That was a scream right there. Alright, now you got to do your adjustments. The good thing to do is to find some screws that don't strip is good. They're pretty much stronger. And then I'll wait till that goes by. And then after you get the screws, you got to make sure you have a lot more screws, because you are going to still strip them anyways if you tighten them like they're supposed to be tightened. So stock up, and use Loctite, because you know, if you're gonna be doing it a lot, best to be prepared so you don't be waiting for those shipping coming from who knows where. Take about a whole month or two to get to you. First you gotta find out what screws you need, and look at that, bam. That's that 38 tooth Integy. It's not even trying to focus. The 38 tooth Integy. And I got it up on this Arrma Kraton mount. And I already did the same thing with the same spur for the Typhon. That's how I got that 96 mile per hour run. I just need to do something with that steering on both Kraton and Arrma. I mean, like, they're good, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, it's good. But I think I need to learn how to start shimming. So, and this. Right now. Always use Loctite on your grub screw unless you want to start looking for your pinion in the field somewhere. Get a metal detector. I was out there in the open parking lot looking for a good minute. Luckily I found it. Tighten that bad boy up. Ow! There we go. And that's it right there. Now this seems a little bit tight now. See, that's a little too tight. You don't want it that tight, so now I gotta do it all over again. There we go, yo. Got that 38 tooth Integy Spur on a Arrma Kraton mount. This is a 30 tooth. I don't know if you can see that. 30 tooth pinion. And I'm pretty sure you can go smaller because there's still some room to scoot it over closer to the spur. So you go back down to the 20s if you need to. I'm not sure how low you can go with it. But yeah, got it up on that 30 and 38. That's like crazy high, but yeah, once I get me an ESC that works, I'm gonna go ahead and put it to the test, see if I can make it do what it do. Thanks for watching, y'all.